Hey you guys, welcome to the channel. It's me, Keioffa. Welcome back to my chart. Okay, you guys, in this video, I'm just gonna give you like a quick little update on what I've been thinking about as far as my travel assignment goes and getting back into the travel world as a surgical assistant. And so, you guys, I'm gonna just be honest with you. So, I'm on my break right now. I've been on break for about a week and a half right now, and this has been giving me a chance to kind of reflect and think about, like, you know, what am I really doing and what is the, like, how do I feel about the moves that I'm making right now. So first thing is first, I'm making more money now than I have in the past because I'm in a different position, and so it offers more pay. Now I work about 40 plus hours, between 40 and we'll say 50 hours a week, give or take. It just depends on how the week goes. And that's with call, being on call and getting called back in. So I work between 40 and 50 hours a week. Now, like I say, the pay is pretty good. I've been getting enough money to pay for my expenses here in Jacksonville and enough to pay for my expenses in New Mexico where I'm at. But being home, I'm in this position now where I can kind of just breathe a little bit and just kind of take it all in and think about, like, do we want to continue down this path or do we want to, you know, pivot and do something else? So for most of y'all, if y'all don't know this, one of the main reasons of me going back to the OR is so I can purchase this house. If you don't know, when you're trying to get a house, like, you need to look really good on paper. And I really, you know, being an entrepreneur, I wasn't looking great on paper because you kind of take a couple years. It takes a couple years for you to get to a certain level of income. And I just been working on that for the last few years. And so I just was like, I'm gonna just go back into the OR and get a couple, you know, couple pay stubs, just so when I want to apply for this financing on this house, so I could get it. So the financing and the credit, you know, that was easy. That's the easy part. But going to work, what I've learned, and I knew this was gonna happen, is that it took away from my ability to be free as far as how my day goes. So if I want to plan out my day, typically I can. I just do whatever I want to. For the most part, I wake up when I want to. I just do whatever I feel moved to do that day as far as any kind of projects are being created, whether it's gardening or, like, right now I'm not really gardening because I'm not here. And I didn't want to focus on gardening right now, even though I miss that aspect of my life. But I do have animals that I'm taking care of. So we got a couple puppies that I'm selling right now. But when I'm looking at my overall, like, life right now, I'm like, okay, do I want to continue doing this? Do I want to go back to work again? Because that's on the table, and I've already told a couple recruiters as well as the director at the previous place that I would come back again. But let's just say I do go back one more time for 13 weeks, and this would probably be the max that I could do for this year, just because it's taking so much energy out of me. And when I say energy, I don't mean like, well, I do get tired, so that's not it. It is energy in that sense, but I don't have the freedom or flexibility to create how I want to, because I'm extremely exhausted mentally and physically after I get off of work. And because I have to go to work so early, like, my day starts pretty early, and if I want to get any personal projects done, I need to do it before work, because after work I'm probably gonna go to the gym, eat, and go to sleep, and that's all the energy that I'm gonna have left for that day. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I got some food delivered, so they just got here. But I was just saying that, you know, I'm kind of torn, basically, is what this video is about, on what I should be doing. Like I said, I can easily go back to work right now, and I probably will just do another 90 days. But I was thinking, you know, how much, I don't want to say simpler, but how much, I don't know the word, but I felt better, even though I was stressed financially on just being an entrepreneur. Like, if you're not an entrepreneur, then this may not, you don't understand this aspect of it, but because there is no guaranteed paycheck coming in. It's always a hustle. And so you grind it all the time, and it's hard for you to make a mistake, because if you make a mistake, then it really does affect like how you're gonna live. So I'm being like shown both lifestyles right now. It's very much apparent in my life for me to see that, okay, yeah, I can have the freedom and flexibility that I want, and as far as creativity and what I want to do with my day, that's on the table. But have to be mindful that too, it's gonna be work. Like, I need to make sure that I'm doing all the things that's gonna move the needle into the positive, and not just get comfortable with getting up, doing what I want to. Like, I can't live in that kind of, I can't have that much comfortability, because if I'm too comfortable, then things aren't getting done. I'm just kind of chilling, just going with the flow of life. But working like this, you guys, takes away from my creative flow. I still have like this creative energy, but it's not the kind where I sit down and I can have a download and get clarity on certain things, because when you're working and you're in that hustle and bustle, that's all you can do. You just have enough energy to get through that day. And so, like, working at the facility that I'm at, I like a lot of the people that I work with, right? But I'm very mindful that I'm in an employee setting, and not just for me, but even for my coworkers. Like, interacting with my coworkers, they're very much in this employee energy, and what that means is that some of them get really upset, and they're like, a lot of people are on edge, and it's not like that free, like, I'm just here enjoying life. No, it's like they're struggling with the lifestyle of being an employee, even though they know they feel like they have to work. This is how they're going to make their money, but they don't have this freedom to just go take a couple weeks off and just reset and recalibrate themselves. And I find that to be a disservice to them, because, like, for me, I got to take the time out to reprogram or reset my programming. To reset my programming, because I don't want to keep being in this energy. And when you're around people, you connected to them. The closer you are to somebody, the more that their energy rubs off on you. So I'm in this energy field with people that don't like their job, don't like management, and not that that's really any different anywhere I go. I've been to places that have good managers and have good workers, but just because you got the majority of people that are good doesn't mean that the whole team is good. So there's always going to be employees or co-workers that are not just going to like what they do. They're just miserable in general. And so me being in this like space where I'm trying to stay positive all the time, it puts me in a low vibration when I'm around low vibrational people. So I'm trying to be mindful of that and just see how far I can go without it pulling me down. But at the end of the day, the only real reason that I'll be doing this, you guys, is for the money. Like, the money and the opportunity that the money brings. Yes, I work a lot of hours. Yes, I'm away from home. But the money that it brings gives me the tools. The money is the tool, so it allows me to do other things that I want to do that create a totally different lifestyle. So I'm trying to figure out how to realistically remove having to continue to go to the OR. But I enjoy it, you guys. I say I don't want to have to go to work, and I really don't have to. I could choose when I want to go back and when I don't want to go back to work, and when I do want to work for somebody. But when I am working for somebody, like under a contract, I have to go and I have to be in this like low vibrational energy. I'm not saying that everybody that I work with is low vibrational, because they're like the charge nurse at this specific facility. I like her as a person. Not that she's a bad charge nurse, because she does whatever she can to make the day go by as smooth as it can. But when I look at her and I watch how she carries herself, like I look at how she presents herself as far as her attire goes and her hair, and I also watch how she eats. And she's older than me, obviously, but she eats like, I think she's a vegan. I'm so inspired by her because I just see her meals, and her meals are like, they smell good, they look good, and I just like being around that may balance off some of the other negativity that I encounter by being around people that aren't happy with their choice to work at that facility or in the field. Because sometimes it's not in the facility that's the problem, it's the actual job that they're doing. Like, everybody doesn't want to be a surgical tech that are surgical techs. Everybody that's a first assist don't necessarily want to be a first assistant. Everybody that's a nurse don't necessarily want to be a nurse. Some of us are in these fields because this is what we fell into. Like, for me, I didn't know being a first assistant was a thing when I was growing up. You know, I knew about nurses and doctors, but I didn't know about the other occupations that go along with being in the medical field. And so I'm just kind of torn, honestly, you guys, with if I should continue down this path and just grind it out for like 2 years. If I did 2 years, y'all, like, the money would be, like, I know I would make enough money to do all the things that I want to do. But I don't know if that would be sacrificing me having the freedom to, like, sit out here and just get downloads from, you know, from nature, and just being able to listen to podcasts without having to feel like I'm rushed because I need to get ready to go to bed, or I got to hurry up and get up in the morning, or I might be on call, or, you know, all those things that come along with it. So my question to y'all is, would you continue working in a job or a position that could possibly take away, not even possibly, that will take away from your creative abilities, or your ability to create, however you want to put it, with the Most High, with source, with the universe? Because in order for me to connect with the universe, I have to be outside. Like, it doesn't work with me being constricted into a building, even a house. Like, when I'm home, I can sit outside, you know. And so right now I'm in Florida, so it's extremely hot here, but I sit out here as long as I possibly can tolerate it without feeling like I'm about to pass out. So I just want y'all to tell me, like, not what to do, but what would you do? If you're making, we'll just say, the most money you've made in this shorter period of time, like, I can make this amount of money, but not this fast, you know, like this. You know how people be like, they don't want no get rich quick scheme? Like, give me a get rich quick scheme. I don't want to scam anybody. I'm not saying a get rich quick scam, but a scheme meaning like a process or a way to do it, not like a scam. Like, people get scheme and scam confused. I want to get rich quick scheme because I don't want to get rich slow. And so that puts me back into the operating room, because as a first assistant, especially as a travel first assistant, the pay is out here. Like, the money is out here, you guys. I'm in a field that is low staffed already before the pandemic. Now that the pandemic happened, it's even lower staffed. So they have to kind of match, like, because the need is so high, the supply and demand effect. So we have they have a demand for medical professionals, especially in specialty areas like the operating room. And so, yes, some of the nursing contracts may be going down. The travel nursing contracts may be going down. When I say travel nursing, I'm speaking as a whole, because most people that, when I say it like travel nursing, they understand that. If I say, oh, I'm a travel first assistant, it still fall under travel nursing, you guys. So as travel surgical tech, it still fall under travel nursing. But some specialties may be seeing a decrease in their rate, the travel rates. But in the OR, the travel rates aren't dropping. If anything, like, I'm in Florida right now, and before I left, it's up a whole $1,000 extra a week just for tech. Like, right now, I can be a surgical tech in Florida and net, not gross, I can net. I mean, I'm bringing home over $2,500 per week at 36 hours. That's not even 40 hours, you guys. And I know this because this is an offer that I'm looking at right now. Do I stay in Florida and do 36 hours and be about 4 hours away from home, you know, and take a pay cut of a couple $100, not a whole $1,000, but a couple $100, you know, net? Or do I go back to New Mexico and work? But I'm working as a first assistant in New Mexico, and in Jacksonville, I'll be working as a tech. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. So we'll get into that. Probably I'm gonna make another video about that. But yeah, I'm just kind of torn, you guys. So I just want a little bit of assistance, advice. You know, for me, I think I enjoy being able to get up and walk my dog and take my dogs to the park and hang out with my son and go to the beach during the middle of the day. But sometimes you can't do certain things when you don't have enough money to do them. And so I don't want to be restricting myself either, because I'm going down this entrepreneurial lifestyle. And it's a grind at the beginning, y'all. Like, it's grind. I've been grinding for a minute. And so tell me what you would do. Would you just continue to work, you know, and try to find breaks? Because like I said, this is a 3-week break for me. And I'm just now relaxing into the point where I'm like, okay, I'm home. I can breathe a little bit, you know. Let me start doing things that I want to do around the house. So when I do leave, or if I do leave again, it's taken care of and I don't have to feel rushed, you know, at the last minute to get everything done. So just let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. You can, yeah, just leave me a comment, because y'all not commenting. So leave me a comment, you know. All right, I'll see y'all next one. Bye.